Hello, my name is Livani Valdivia, and I'm going to be talking today about the Marbury versus Madison case and the importance of this. A little bit of a backstory: James Adams, during the end of his presidency, he decided that he wanted to appoint judges to the Supreme Court. So he sent out a whole bunch of slips out to a whole bunch of men to be appointed judges. Well, once the clock struck midnight and Jefferson was president, he decided to stop these slips to be sent out. Well, one of the men who did not receive their appointment judge slip was Marbury. Marbury got upset because he was expecting to get appointed judge and his slip never came in. Well, the person who never gave Marbury his slip under Jefferson's orders was Madison. So Madison wasn't able to finish passing out the slips, and Marbury was like, well, Madison, sorry, but I'm suing you. You didn't give me my slip, and I'm going to sue you and take you to the courts. So during the courts, the main thing that was being questioned whether Marbury deserved his judge slip and to be appointed as judge. And unfortunately, the court ruled against Marbury, and they basically said that the Constitution states it is unconstitutional for the Supreme Court to give this order, and basically saying that the executive branch had too much power to be able to appoint judges, and the courts were against Marbury. So Marbury did not get appointed as judge, and what is most significant about this case is that judicial review was established, and so was checks and balances. Before time, the executive branch had a lot more power, and this case basically established a little bit more of checks and balances to basically say the Constitution is important over anything else, and we have to go by what the Constitution says. But this also gave power to the courts to say what is and is not Constitution. The courts now can say rule against laws that they say, well, under the Constitution that is unconstitutional, therefore that is not going to pass and that is not a law. So that is what's so significant about this case, which is judicial review. Now today, looking back, what is so impressive about this case, which is a new fact that I learned, is that the constitutional and this case guided other countries to form their own constitution, and with the idea of the case of Marbury versus Madison and judicial review kind of establishing some type of way to check and balance all of the branches. So I think that's super cool that other countries basically looked at our case and was like, okay, let's try to do something like that. As well, I think looking back and reflecting and thinking about today, if judicial review would have never happened, I can just imagine the problems we would have today if presidents could appoint judges, and once you're a judge, you in the Supreme Court, you're a judge until for life. So imagine presidents electing these judges and having that position for a very long time. It could be kind of frightening. So I think this is a very important case for us because there was some type of point where the executive branch got a little bit of limitations on that. So I think that's super important. So basically, as mentioned before, the most importance of this case is obviously judicial review and checks and balances. It is something we still talk about today. I remember in high school talking about it. Now in college, we're talking about it. So it's something that really impacted us in a very positive way. And that's what makes this case so important. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thank you for listening to my video. Have a good one. Take care.